I guess we're live. So let me check my sound for a second. I forgot to turn it on earlier. I need to make sure that it is working. Let me find it. Okay, it's working. So tomorrow is the day. For those of you all who do not know me, my name is Michelle Williams, and I'm trying to fix this screen and it's not working for me. Let me lock this down before I start moving things around. Yeah. Okay, so I'm Michelle Williams, and I am a teacher in the Houston Independent School District, and I am the president of the Houston Education Association. And tomorrow I go before the Board of Managers to have my recommendation from the independent hearing examiner um, basically overturned. That's really what I'm expecting to happen. Um, So I wanted to come on here today to try to answer questions and try to kind of ward off some of as the well, let me put it this way, as the press picks up on the story to kind of minimize the messages in my inbox, the text messages that I get because I don't think you all realize that it's not just one person that's texting me, it's several people that are texting me at the same time. So I wanted to come on here and try to get ahead of that. Um, and I don't want to sound ungrateful because I'm not. I just kind of need some peace once I deal with a lot of things, and then I have the press asking me for interviews and other people just calling, and it becomes overwhelming for me just to be really honest. Um, it becomes really overwhelming. Um, there are people trying to get the story out. I'm running for office, so that coupled with this situation that has been going on for most of the year, the school year, has been a lot. So I just wanted to come on here. I put this live stream in the HISD Facebook group for those of you all who want to pop on and ask questions um, about the hearing. I'm just going to tell you all how this started. I'm going to rehash it this one time, and that's probably going to be the end of it. So in 2023, for those of you all who are new, this is being live streamed in on the union's Facebook page. Um, I was minding my own business at Shadowbriar Elementary, and Mike Miles doesn't like me. That's a given, and that's fine. He doesn't like the fact that um, I push back on him and the lawlessness and the um, educational malpractice that is taking place in the Houston Independent School District under the Texas Education Agency's leadership. And the first termination happened in March 2024. And I beat that along with my attorney. A lot of people ask me about her. Her name is Gianna Ortiz from the Ortiz Law Firm. They're based in Arlington, a great group of attorneys. And she represented me in the first non renewal hearing, which I was reinstated. Not right away, it didn't work like that. So I was reinstated in September. I was placed at Benbrook. So once they brought me back into the school district, um, I just wanted to be left alone. I really did. I told Orlando Reddick that I had won my level 2 grievance was merged with my non-renewal hearing, which I won the grievance. I mean, I won the hearing, so I won the grievance. So if you've never filed a grievance, there are remedies that are, and I don't know why I'm hot because it's not hot in here. Um, there are remedies that are attached to a grievance. Basically, what changes you want to be made as a result of winning the grievance or whatnot. So I won those, and one of them was that the district needed to provide protection from their leaders because what a lot of you all don't know, Angela Flowers, it was at the beginning of the year, and some people may remember, Angela Flowers was one of the board of managers that was on LinkedIn bothering me, commenting in on my post like I mean, she shouldn't even be on the board of managers because she just thought she could get away with it. So she was named in um the grievance. So it was several of them that were retaliating against me. Dr. Stout, who is no longer with HISD, Kylene Vasquez, who is still with HISD, um, several of them. Um, but and including Mike Miles. All of this you can Google on the internet. I Once I won my hearing, I turned back around and filed a complaint with TEA against Dr. Stout, Kylene Vasquez for violation of due process, meaning that they said I was under investigation. There was no investigation that took place. So, you know, Dr. Stout, they said she had to move back home. That's code for you're fired. Um, and Kylene Vasquez, she's wherever she is. I don't know where she is. And were some other players in there, but I'm gonna get to them in the next non-renewal. So, what I can say about Orlando Reddick, and I believe in telling the truth, he didn't bother me. I guess he said he didn't want any smoke. He didn't allow his leadership to come into my classroom. Now, that's what I can speak on. He didn't bother me. I didn't see his leadership team. I had a fairly good year, 24, 25, but then the 25-26 school year began. And we were anticipating Miss Darden, who was the principal when I was placed at Benbrook, to return. Well, that did not happen. Miss Darden did not return. They put Edward Hurd in her spot. And Mr. Hurd, um, who I mean, I don't have anything against him. I didn't know the man. I just asked to get off of their campus. And I asked several times to get off to transfer, but they wouldn't transfer me. So, they were asking me to break laws. They were asking me to not implement the students' IEPs. They were asking me not to service the emerging bilingual. I normally teach math. That is my thing. I've been teaching math for over 20 years. And my principal knew that I had a background in reading. So she asked me to teach the reading, the science of reading, which, she was like, I need you to help me out. And I said, that's fine. I didn't have a problem because I didn't have a problem with helping the school out because the kids were struggling with TELPAS. And shortly after that, even right a week before the school year began, Miss Darden was removed from our campus and demoted. This woman had been at Benbrook for almost 20 years. The school went into decline when Mike Miles came there. The school had been an A campus under Miss Darden's leadership, but mysteriously, when he came, the school started to decline. Now, Benbrook is a tier one, a domain one school. That means that that school gets its accountability rating from how many students pass the STAR test. It's not like these other schools that you see, like Hilliard, all the schools in the Northeast. Those schools are domain two schools. That means that those schools are measured on growth. So when people tell me, "Oh, we're an A school," no, you're not. You're not an A school because your kids are still failing STAR. The only thing that they're measuring you on is your growth on that STAR test. And to get growth, all you have to do is get the child to answer one or two more questions right. So Brent Benbrook was a special Domain 1 school because generally the Domain 1 schools in Houston ISD are overwhelmingly Caucasian and middle to upper class students. So it was a special school because it was over 90% emergent Latino, but 70% emergent bilinguals. So it was special. And it was special because Miss Darden had a lot of experienced teachers there during her tenure. A lot of her teachers stayed with her. I think one lady was like 15 years she had worked under Miss Darden, which is crazy. I struggled to stay at a school for 2 years. So, but it worked for them. And she was removed and they put Edward Hurd, which I was definitely trying to get off the campus. They were trying to make the school at NES aligned campus. Now, let me tell you what happened. They pulled us in and he put NES aligned, but then when he sent the slides to us, there was no NES aligned. Oh, it was HISD aligned. Whatever. I didn't want any parts of none of any of that stuff because as the head of the union, I deal with a lot of complaints. And one of the chief complaints that members always had was that that model violates special education. Now, were they filing complaints? I don't know. And I am not the teacher patrol. I don't monitor what they do or don't do because those are their careers. I just know for me, I wasn't participating in breaking laws. I was groomed by old school teachers, and what I do know is they did not, we were always taught not to break SPED laws, and they were asking us to, and I wasn't going to do it. Also, they were asking me, I was teaching the science of reading. The assistant principal at the time told me they wanted me to give children reading passages that had never been taught to read in English. So I wasn't going to do that because first of all, it's against the law. We have a duty to, and you can look this up in the Texas Education Code, I think it's 74.4, where the district has a duty to provide instruction for emergent bilingual students based on their proficiency levels. HISD is not doing that. And I wasn't going to be a part of it, first of all, because it's unethical. I'm a teacher and it violates all kind of laws, which if you're finding yourself in this position, it can backfire on you. And my reputation and my certification is not worth whatever is going to take place in Houston ISD. I did nothing wrong, regardless of what HISD attorney says. She likes to leave out fun facts that are actually in the transcript. She keeps saying that, oh, I said that I wouldn't follow HISD curriculum. That's partially true. However, she's leaving off the back of the the sentence. It said I would not do implement it as written because I had 40 plus emergent bilingual students in my classroom. That's what was said. But she conveniently leaves off this stuff as she's telling and doing Mike Miles's bidding. Um, so that's some of the stuff that she'll do. And then she's going to do like she always does and says, oh, Mike Miles is the superintendent and he has the right to implement this. And Mike Miles is not above the law. Neither is the board of managers. And that's what this non-renewal hearing, well, termination hearing amounts to is they were forcing me to break laws and I refused to. And that's just the bottom line. And that's why the independent hearing examiner ruled in my favor. They have not. Normally, you can go and on TEA's website and look at the recommendation from the hearing officers. For some reason, mine is not up there, and but everybody else's is up there. But mine is not there, and you could normally go and read. You can read my other one from the 2023-2024 school year. That non-renewal is there, but this one it mysteriously has not been uploaded. But tomorrow, the board of managers are going to hear the recommendation. And like I said in the Houston Press article, I expect them to terminate my contract. Um, you know, that's just the reality of the situation. I've beat HISD twice, and I'm okay with that. I am. And moving forward, we'll look at whatever appeals my attorney has available to her and we'll go from there. But, I just wanted to come on here and answer any questions. I don't see any questions in the comment section. And give you all opportunity to hear my side because it's going to come out tomorrow. I'm sure there are going to be several um, news stations there because they're having the budget meeting as well. So I guess it aligned. So the media is going to be there already. So I just wanted you all to hear from me because tomorrow I will not be answering any questions at all. Because it's a lot that's going to be going on. And this has been a long journey for me. It has been 3 years of dealing with HISD and the lawlessness and the um, educational malpractice, supporting teachers, and all of that. It has been a lot. Okay, so we are miserable in Fort Worth ISD. I know. I know you all are. Um, because they're draining the HISD swamp. So this is what has happened. HISD has no more money for them to waste. They don't have anything else. And then we're about to be turned back over to our local control. So now they're going to other school districts to ruin them. And like I told people in Fort Worth, Mike Miles is all in your business. He has his little Kool-Aid drinkers up there. Sandy Massey is going to Beaumont. She's one of his Kool-Aid drinkers. I can remember at the beginning of the year, someone told me that she compared Mike Miles to being afflicted like Jesus Christ. I was floored. I said, you talking about Jim Jones cyanide Kool-Aid drinkers? Yeah. Jesus was persecuted. Like it was the craziest thing. I could not believe it. But yeah. But I'm sorry, Fort Worth. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen to you all. Um, I was fortunate. I'm gonna be honest with you. For me, I was fortunate to be in Houston, in Harris County. We had a parent group. We had Ruth Kravitz from CVPE and her people. We've had parents that have been fighting alongside of me. Um, and we were just fortunate. And I don't see that in Fort Worth. Like, that's the oddest thing. I don't see that there at all. Um, I don't know. Um, I don't have any, because it takes collective effort for you all to fight back. And you got to have a mayor that's on board with it. Like, you all are in a totally different situation. The best advice I can have is for you is to get in a union, preferably TSTA. That's why at the top over here, right here, because it's you all need to get in a union. And it takes 30 days. And I don't even think if you join now, your union membership won't be active until September. But a lot of teachers don't listen. That is my chief complaint about teachers. You all don't listen. And it's not all of you all. I don't want, if you're not one of them, I'm not talking about you. But as a whole, teachers don't listen. Like, there's a teacher in the Dallas Fort Worth group saying, "Oh, I know how to do my job." I said, "Well, I hope you're ready to lose your integrity, because that's what they're going to ask you to do." And then on top of that, they're not looking for experienced people. So if you're experienced, stay away from Fort Worth ISD. They don't want you. They want people they can control and tell what to do and lie to and tell them to do things that are not educationally sound or supported by um, evidence-based strategies or research. So Sharon and Fort Worth, get your organizing going. Push back. Yep. I'm resigning without a job lined up. Several people at my school are too. Well, that's the best bet. You'll find something. Trust me. And you will have dodged a bullet. It's not worth your sanity. I'm gonna be honest with you. The first year that Miles was here, I have never had so many people tell me that they suffered with bipolar disorder and that working in HISD was causing episodes. And it was bad. A lot of the teacher, it was several teachers that messaged me and told me that. If you have common sense, stay away from Fort Worth ISD, baby. I tell them the same thing, but we still got people running the HISD. Like, I mean, you might as well jump into a volcano pit and burn up. It makes no sense. Why would you come to HISD? And then we had a lady last year that had the unmitigated gall to say, "Well, I didn't know about HISD." Ma'am, tell that to yourself, because you're not going to tell it to us and believe it. Because we one thing about Houston, we were intentional about flooding the internet with Mike Miles' stuff. So you can't, there's no, I didn't know. Yes, you do. Google. A lot of you are on your phones anyway. Why don't you look up the information? There's enough information out here. This live stream will be on YouTube. It's searchable. So I don't understand why we have people coming from Louisiana. Oh God, there was a lady that came from Louisiana that moved here and got fired. No family, no nothing. Like, those are the type of chances that people are taking. I was like, you got to be kidding me. But that's the stuff that's taking place. And I see it in that Fort Worth group. People see dollar signs and then they're not even reading the fine print. It says up to $100,000. That's called a marketing trap. Those people are not giving you $100,000. And I promise you, you're not going to make that. And then they're going to find ways to take away from you. Ask the people in Houston. I never wanted any money from Mike Miles or his little schemes that he was and pennies that he's throwing at people. I never wanted that. I never asked him to pay me nothing, anything other than my salary. I don't buy in to pay for performance. Do you know that what he's offering? And then you got these teachers saying, oh, pay for performance, not the Mike Miles way. That's $5,000, 6,000 at the most. If you divide, we get paid 26 periods. If you divide $6,000 by 26, that's not even 200 extra dollars a pay period. Do the math. Insurance is going up, everything is going up, and I'm just really tired of teachers being bamboozled like they don't have degrees. I know math is difficult, but simple math is not hard. I don't know why we're still here. And hopefully once I flip this seat, teachers will take their rightful place and have some dignity and take back their power, because this doormat life, I can't subscribe to that. And that's all I see. Oh, they gave us 10. Oh, Jeans Day, Jeans Day. Don't nobody want no Jeans Day. I had to tell one of my principals one time that is not my love language. My love language, don't give me no Jeans Day. I don't want your nasty food. I don't want none of that. Definitely don't give me a certificate that I'm going to throw in the trash. You know what you can do? Give me some comp time. That is my love language. Comp time and leave me alone. That's what I wanted. All the rest of that stuff, I never wanted that. Never. And I'm tired of teachers just running and allowing people to treat them like doormats. That's not what this profession is about. And you don't have to put up with it. So, but I don't see any more questions, and I have some things to do. So, um, you know, thank you all for the support over these 2 years, 3 years. And I guess I'll see you all when I see you. Please do not message me tomorrow and ask me what happened, because I will not be responding. Because I came on here today to give you your chance to ask questions, and I can't do it tomorrow. So you all have a great evening, and thank you so much. Um, and if you are a member of the Houston Education Association, I will be coming around since I will be off. And so I'll be coming around and dropping off teacher appreciation gifts. I always wanted to do that. So if they terminate my contract, I will be around to your school to drop off your gifts, personally, from me to you. Thank you for everything you're doing. Good luck and good luck tomorrow. Thank you. Bye bye.